This is the Brian McCarthy interview show. If you're under 18, don't listen. Having said that, the show is really awesome. And if you did listen, no one would really know. But don't listen. Don't listen, kids. Okay? Don't listen.
Niños, escuchen estas palabras mientras que salen de mis labios aprietos. El siguiente programa, aunque esto sea muy divertido para toda la gente, no es para los niños. Como un burro que busca agua fría, un balde, y eso le va a dar toda la satisfacción que necesita, esta agua no es para ustedes. Por favor, vayan donde sus padres. Ayúdelos a limpiar los baños. No vayan a escuchar esto. Es muy importante. Que Dios nos bendiga a los Estados Unidos.
Enfants du monde, détournez les yeux et bouchez-vous les oreilles. Le programme suivant, bien que spectaculaire et divertissant à tous égards, n'est pas pour vous. Veuillez vous détourner et jouer dans les Champs-Élysées ou peut-être dans les catacombes humides de Paris, car devant vous se trouve la ruine. Vous avez été prévenus, s'il vous plaît. N'écoutez pas, et pourtant, sachez que nous faisons tout cela pour vous, car vous êtes l'avenir et vous êtes la lumière. Que Dieu vous bénisse et dit bonjour à votre mère de ma part.
Brian McCarthy interview show. Adam is now drinking his Coke. Disco. Listen to that beat. Breaking it down in Uptown. Take your hand and touch it. Touch it. Now rub it. Brian McCarthy interview show. Listen to that beat. Touch it. Now rub it. I wish I could still drink.
Hey, that was kind of a chip thing I did by accident there. Hi, everybody. Party people. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the show. My name is Brian McCarthy. Sitting stage left is Adam Hineker. And this, of course,
your boy
AH.
Make all the ladies say, ah.
Yeah, take on me, girls. Fucking.
Or, ah.
Yeah. That's the sound they make when they choke on your fucking cock. Everybody, welcome to the show. My name is Brian McCarthy. That's Adam Hineker. And this is the Brian McCarthy interview show. And we're so happy to have you with us.
You have it locked.
And you're locked and loaded and dialed in, boy. I tell you, it's high summer here. And we're so happy to have you with us. And as usual, a very special thank you and hello to our Patreon members. And, of course, our YouTube members. And remember, everybody, we have no advertising on the show. And that's not because, okay, devil's advocate, nobody's asking us to do advertising. So that we did those hangover gummy bear things for about 10 seconds, but nobody's asking us to. So, and honestly, I love a show. I listen to shows and I don't like it when the shows have ads in the middle. So we have no ads. The content's terrible, but there are no ads. So remember that. If you're not enjoying what you're listening to,
right, at least there's no break in the terrible content.
Yeah, at least we're not trying to sell you Coors Light or Blue Chew or fucking whatever.
Athletic Greens.
What is Athletic Greens? Oh,
like,
here comes an ad.
Well, it's interesting that you should ask because every morning I actually wake up with Athletic Greens. Could I just send them an invoice at this point?
What is it like?
Maybe?
Is it like wheatgrass?
I don't know. It's just sort of like one of those weird spirulina
type drink or something.
moss. It's probably like
moss.
Yeah, a placebo. Oh wait, now I can't. Now they're not going to sponsor us.
Placenta.
Or
the it's always like I don't see the Ridge wallet as much anymore. But it's definitely like a meal prepping plan.
Helix mattresses.
Or Sabra is another one, another mattress company. Not Casper, really.
Sabra. Yeah, I may have made a big mistake, and now I'm sleeping on hummus.
Fuck. Yeah. What do you put? Yeah, or tabbouleh.
Yeah. Fucking Sabra. I ordered fucking king size Sabra.
Hope you don't fall awful the bed.
Fucking chickpeas in my ears.
Like falafel. Fall awful. You don't fall awful.
I had the hottest falafel sandwich this week.
Like spicy?
Yeah, from like a truck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I never do that, but it was like. There's this truck and it's very good, but he went way too heavy on. It was like the whole top was like red.
All right. Does he ask you if you want hot sauce?
He did.
Okay.
And I said, yes, sir.
See, I have such a desperate need to be liked that I'll always say yes, even though I hate hot sauce.
Because you're like, yeah, I enjoy your ethnic cuisine.
Absolutely. Salam alaikum.
Definitely not like an uptight white guy.
Yeah. Load it up. Put enough to coat the whole Gaza Strip.
Mm-hmm.
That's what then he laughs and he goes, "You got it. You know it. The struggle."
This guy gets it.
So what did you do? You ate it.
I ate it, and it was like almost too hot to eat, but then it fucked me up.
Yeah.
Into the next day.
It's a truck. So what if you had to go diarrhea?
Yeah, no, I did think that initially I had food poisoning, but I think it
Ooh,
was just
working for you.
excessive spice.
What? Okay, what is, because I know like there's that yogurt tzatziki sauce kind of, and that's obviously not spicy at all. But
Right.
what is it like a chili? It's not like
I
a
don't know
chili.
I don't know what kind of chili that part of the world. Like, have you ever had a harissa or harissa?
Yeah, harissa. Yes.
Yeah, I think it's probably something like that.
Okay,
but I don't know, New York, because it's like New York. They always have like kind of a
every
New
country.
Yorkie like hot sauce. I mean, I feel like there's sort of like a universal hot sauce that everybody uses.
Maybe is it something as pedestrian as sriracha or no?
No, it was definitely hotter than sriracha. I would say like, yeah, whatever they put in that harissa stuff.
Harissa is a Moroccan spice.
Yeah,
I know that much.
Yeah,
and I didn't even know harissa was even that spicy.
Oh,
but,
it's fucking.
Okay,
I know because I have a thing in my fridge of it, and I can't walk past it without being like lit on fire.
I do not understand.
Yeah, you're not a spicy
No,
guy.
I'm not. And but I mean, I understand.
You're spicy in other ways.
Yeah. I like wasabi. I do like wasabi.
Okay.
I don't mind.
Yeah, that's like you like a horseradishy kind of spice.
I like it's like a singular
green
sort of
one.
burn. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And if you go to a really fancy Japanese place, perhaps for an omakase, you can have fresh wasabi, which is just like chopped up.
I don't know that I've ever had that.
Yeah, it's like Japanese horseradish. They chop it up. If you go to like Nobu or whatever, they have it there. And it's actually a lot milder than that powder, because the powder is just it's just a powder that they mix in with like I don't even know what, like mustard or something. So anyway, but yeah, well, that's disgusting. I'm sorry to hear that you had to have that.
It was pretty wild.
Ugh.
It's great, but notable.
Yeah, that's why I don't. Okay, by the way, I know I sort of hit you up a couple days ago, but I did want to. Usually, look, there's never a theme for these dumb shows, right? I mean, there just isn't. We just kind of get up here and we talk about whatever.
Yes.
And then you guys, or ladies, you kind of chime in, or we'll sort of
guys and gals.
It's an open forum, but I did want to do, and this isn't some kind of like clickbait or anything, but things that I don't like, and I thought maybe we could throw it out there.
Father figures.
Oh, or fathers that don't figure out how to drive.
Can't figure out how to pick up the phone.
Yeah, or figure out how to drive to see you at your play. Right, Dad? I'm in Guys and Dolls, but I'm playing a doll. Is that a problem?
Oh, real quick, Ovo says, "Hey Brian, how about green chili?"
Oh my God,
in Mexico, they put everything in.
He remembers. Oh
I
my God, we had that too. Ovo lives in Albuquerque, New Mexico. By the way, Tom Segura. I don't know this because we're friends or anything, but Tom Segura is shooting some movie, because he dropped it. He was like, I'm going to be in Albuquerque for a couple of months, so maybe you'll see him.
Maybe Ovo can take him to TD's.
Yeah, take him to TD's, or take him. So we went to an Irish pub.
Right.
I know I've told the story before, but fuck it. And we went there, and I ordered the chicken pot pie, and it had green chilies in it. And you really know you're in an Irish bar in New Mexico when even the chicken pot pie had green chilies in it. Yep. So yeah, I didn't care for it, but I think green chilies are not as spicy as red chilies, but
they are not. I made something with green chilies
diarrhea
the other day where it was pot pie. I mean, my traditional Irish Southwestern pot pie. But I put green chilies were just an ingredient, and I underestimated it. It was actually weirdly hot. Yeah. I think maybe I got a different kind of green chili or something.
I don't know if these are like the little can of chilies. I don't know. But anyway, I mean, I know we mentioned this, but like you can't seem to order anything in Albuquerque without them putting green chilies in it.
You get a lap dance, green chilies.
Oh yeah, it's all over your lap. That's not herpes sores.
Just open up
Those are just green. Yeah.
Green they dance in it.
They just rub their ass right in the green chilies.
They mash it.
They're like, this will kill all the chlamydia. Well, these green chilies will kill all the.
That's why they do it.
That's why they do it. It's an old a Hopi Indian trick.
Sure, yeah.
I hope you have enough funny money for this. But anyway, so we thought like things that I don't like, and maybe if you're on the show and if you want to comment, you can say things that you don't like. I don't like it when people complain. It's ironically that's something that here we're going to complain. I feel like, but.
You don't like it when people complain.
Well, yeah, I don't like that.
General.
Well, yeah, I don't like when people. There's a lot of people I feel like in my life that complain about things. And I think it's like, listen, I understand. There's things I could complain about all day long, but I don't really want to. I don't think anybody wants to hear it from me, and I don't really want to talk about it. So I just kind of keep my mouth shut. But there are certain people, I think people that are single for a long time, or that are like, I think they're lonely. Maybe they don't even know that they're lonely, but you'll say to them like, hey, how was your day today? And they'll go like, oh, well, let me. And instead of just being like, oh, it was good, it's fine, like, because I think maybe if you're in a relationship with somebody, that person would be like, if my wife came home every day and I was like, how'd your day go? And she was like, oh, let me tell you. Well, Tom in HR, then I'd be like, oh, fuck, Jesus Christ.
I've had to have some formal conversations about that
with the current.
Because she will come home and just fucking unload. And it got to the point where I'm like, is that just kind of like what this, like, you're just going to unload every day? It goes in like spurts.
Yeah. And listen, if the person you're with, if they're cognizant of it, or you certainly make them aware of it and they work on it, then that's one thing. But there are some people that that's what they do. And I think if you're in a relationship with somebody, that person will like check you and go, hey, listen, I love you, but you realize like you're coming home and you're just bitching for 10 minutes every day or whatever you're doing.
Well, the funny thing the point that I made that I think kind of like hit home a little more was she'd go off on these diatribes and I'm like, I didn't do it, right?
Okay.
Like, cause you're talking to me like I did all of this shit. And she'd be like, oh my God, I'm sorry. I did not realize I was doing that. And then when something like that comes up, I go, talk to your therapist about it.
Oh,
see what she thinks.
There you go. Yeah. You don't just throw an ashtray at the wall and go, shut the fuck up. Jesus Christ.
Right. Well, first I put the cigarette out on her.
Yeah. You're like, if I had a pencil in this house, I'd shove it right in my ear and pop my fucking eardrums, you fucking sea hag.
Twat.
Yeah. Oh my God. Go kill yourself in the bathroom if it's so bad. But so that's something. But I tell you, on an entirely unrelated note, because I saw this yesterday. Something that drives me. I just, again,
it really chaps your hide.
Yeah.
It really harshes your mel.
Now I'm embarrassed, but I hate when I see a guy in a suit or a sport coat and he's wearing a backpack.
Oh yeah, that's very.
It's just like
it's an interesting contrast.
It's like when you see women that are like wearing business casual or whatever, and they're wearing tennis shoes because they don't want to wear nice shoes to they're commuting, like they're wearing their LA Fitness shoes, LA gear. That's what it was.
On the flip side of that, I dress like I'm basically going to or coming from the gym at all times. If I had because I have a backpack. It's a nice backpack. And
yours is full of shit too.
But if I carried all of my stuff in a really nice leather bounce, it would be odd because it's an odd contrast. But I know what you mean. It's weird to see them wearing a fucking they were camping,
especially because it always bunches. Like I was on the subway today or yesterday, and there was a guy, and it it bunches up the shoulder pads. It pulls it up. You look just you just look miserable. It's not a good look, and you don't look like the guy in the office who's killing it at all. And I think
crushing it.
I don't want to speak for the ladies out there, but I can't imagine most women would see a guy and be like, oh fuck, I saw the hottest guy on 6th Avenue today, and he had this JanSport backpack with this really nice Men's Warehouse suit.
Yes.
And I slipped on my own pussy juice right on the street. So that's something that it's funny. You know what made me think of this is I happened to watch, they were interviewing Hugh Grant. Hugh Grant seems like he's just fucking nuts. And especially because I kind of love the fact that he's had no work done at all. So he's essentially unrecognizable now. He looks
because he's actually aged.
He's
naturally.
He's not like Tom Cruise or somebody who looks like they sleep hanging upside down. He looks like a guy that would get arrested for getting a prostitute on Sunset Boulevard. You know what I mean? So now he's awfully leathery. Now he looks like he looks like an underfed bulldog. He's just jowly and wrinkly.
I feel like the English folks. I mean, the men specifically kind of tend to stick to that school a little more than getting a ton. There's certain guys that get tons of work, obviously.
Right. But no, I feel like it's kind of like one of those old school, I'm not gonna Yes, exactly. Yes, love me for who I am, not for who I
can't be bothered.
Yes, right. And I also think that like a guy like Hugh Grant had the majority of his success before he was say 45, so he's got fuck you money, so he doesn't really care.
Oh,
I
no,
mean,
he absolutely. I mean, he could at least get some Botox. Or,
well, no, what I mean is like I think he doesn't care in that he's not looking to like carry a career. Like the type of I can't believe we started off talking about things
like the Hollywood Minute.
We're going to complain about. Now I'm oddly defending his decision to not have any work done. But what I mean is like a guy like him. Like he's always played that sort of stuttering, like sorry, I didn't self-effacing, like awkwardly handsome guy.
Yep.
But so that doesn't really work into like later in life roles. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, so now, like the last thing I saw him in, he was in that weird thing where Nicole Kidman, like he killed that. It was Nicole Kidman played they were like a New York couple, and he was accused of like killing this hot Spanish woman who was anyway, whatever. It was on HBO, and Nicole Kidman's in it. And so, even that was like 2 years ago. And I'm watching this. Granted, I can't see that well, but I have a big TV, and I'm watching this thing, and I'm like, is that fucking Hugh Grant? Where is it? Some old guy just sort of vaguely looks like it was Hugh Grant. But the video that I saw was either on Instagram or TikTok or whatever, and it was Hugh Grant talking about the things he doesn't like. And it was just so funny because he just sounded like an older middle-aged guy. And he's like, why do children always need water bottles? He's like, why do you need water bottles?
Children need to hydrate.
Yes. He's like, why is it? Where are you in the Sahara Desert? Like he's annoyed. And then he goes, and men with backpacks. You're not a child. Don't worry. Backpack. And then he got on to baseball hats. And I'm watching this. I'm like, hey, he's got to making some good points with all this shit.
Yeah. Wow. It sounds like you and
you and I.
Aside from maybe the water bottle thing, you and he were pretty on the same page.
I double teamed some Desiree. What's her name? Desiree. I forget the hooker's name, but she actually.
Oh yeah, we looked it up. I believe it was Desiree something. But yeah, she was. But it wasn't like anybody you would be. I mean, it was like she definitely.
Well, at the time, he was with Liz Hurley, who is arguably one of the most beautiful women in the world. So, what do you want? You want some like fucking skanky street.
Well, and that's the thing is and I think that so many people don't. This could be one of my things that I hate when people don't understand
Jews.
The difference
between
the difference between like when people are like, how could you possibly cheat on what Beyonce or whatever? And it's like, it's not about that. It's about different. It's not about her being hotter than Beyonce or hotter than Elizabeth Hurley. It's the fact that it's different. She could be if Elizabeth Hurley is a 12. Yeah. Like you could, it's just as exciting to be with an 8. That's a strange 8.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
It's like, I mean, that's just fucking science.
And also, Beyonce can't grow a cock. Am I right?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
right.
But
Hugh Grant,
hooker. And I remember I think she may have even have done like a porno or something afterwards. She may have gotten into the business a little bit.
Right.
Like
Estelle Marie Thompson.
That's not a very hookery
she's
name.
Got her. Yeah, I know. Well, I think that's she was probably Cinnamon on the street. You know what I mean?
think it starts with a D. Is it?
Oh, that's her real name. She is known as Divine Brown.
Divine Brown.
Oh, she's good looking.
Yeah. Probably 60 now, but yeah.
Probably. Oh, let's check actually. 55.
55. She's still alive?
She's alive in 55, yeah.
What is she up to now?
She's
like, I love backpacks. I love hats.
That I don't know.
I think children should have lots of
She's remained in the public eye.
Kind of.
Through work in pornography.
There you go.
I guess she's doing pornography.
That's 55. Good
but maybe not as much anymore.
Slowing down a little bit. Blew out
there's no professional tab on her Wikipedia.
Do you think
appearances.
Do you think she ever did like one of those reenacting porn things where like they found an actor who sort of looked like Hugh Grant? We should call Vic Legina about that. He'd probably know. But
yeah, I've got a great idea for Vic Legina, by the way.
You want to do it right now?
You want to hear what I want to develop?
Yes.
Okay. You know the show Pawn Stars?
Yes.
Okay. A porn parody
of
Pawn Stars called Porn Stars. And it's the Pawn Stars guy. But that's only interesting if you know the show because it's a very silly show.
And and do you know that they have like the property porn and they have backroom casting couch?
Right.
There is a porn series out there about a pawn shop. where women come in and the guy.
Oh, is there?
Yes, it's like
okay.
It's like hidden camera stuff.
Gotcha. No,
And
I'm talking.
You're talking about the actors,
and like to do a parody of
right.
Pawn Stars, because it's also based in Vegas too. So
it'll be easy for Vic to.
Yeah, easy commute.
I never really see, because one of the guys on that Pawn Star show is a big fat guy, right? And he got in big trouble. It was one of them is like in prison or something. One of them, like,
I don't know.
One of them did something really fucked up. Like, I don't know if it's something sexual or something, but you never really find like big fat guys in porn. So
they're actually the son and the guy Chumley. They both lost a bunch of weight, so now they're actually not that. But it's just the reason why it's such a stupid idea is because it's already Pawn Stars already play on Porn Stars, so to then reverse it back to Porn Stars is so stupid.
It really is.
But then also there's a built-in device there where the scenario can always be woman coming in trying to sell her grandma's jewelry and has to use her feminine wiles to get more money, and then they're trying to like get they're trying to increase the bottom line or decrease about whatever you do.
Yeah.
So the haggling makes for good foreplay.
It would be funny though if when the women brought in like whatever their treasures are, they're like weirdly specific, like it's like an original copy of the Magna Carta,
right?
And they bring it in, and he's like, "This was signed by King John in 1215."
Yeah,
and he's like, "I don't know, $17 million," and and they have to count it all out, and it's like the scene takes like an hour and a half, and they bring in like some kind of authenticator, or like they bring in like Hitler's mustache. She's like,
sure.
Yeah, just all this weird shit.
And then Chumley is kind of like the big doofus, right? So his thing could be every like scene that he does is where he just like pays way too much money for everything because he gets to do sex with the ladies.
Like, marks out.
And then there's always a time where they go, "Man, I don't know what this is worth, so I'm going to call my buddy who's like an expert on baseball cards."
Right.
So they would call him, and then he's a different. That's like Mick Blue or something, and then they fucking both plow up against the counter.
Here comes Small Hands.
There you go. Yeah.
With like one of those weird jeweler with things like in his eye, like a magnifier thing. Yeah, exactly. And he's oddly specific. He's like, "Look at the herringbone structure on this frame. That denotes that this picture of Washington crossing the Delaware is easily from 1781. So, and after someone tongue my asshole, please. And Chumley's over there, like, just trying to get a hard on and crying. Yeah, it's good stuff. I like that.
Okay.
All right. So anyway, another thing that I don't like, I mean, I know this is stupid, but I don't like baseball hats. And
yeah, you've mentioned that.
I know.
But you don't like baseball hats in a specific context. You don't mind them at a ball game.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
wait, do you mind them at a ball game?
No.
Okay.
They could wear them.
That would be irrational.
No, I know. I got a couple of, I have a couple levels of this.
Okay.
I don't like baseball hats like on a regular basis. Right. And I don't like as much as I love Eddie Ifft, I tease him whenever we talk.
How do you feel about the flat brim?
It's
tilted up.
Yeah.
With a tuft of hair in the front, like you're a boy.
Yeah.
You're a young boy.
That's a lot. And I also I watch Your Mom's House. I watch these shows and seeing guys that are like my age and they're wearing like these kind of dipshitty baseball hats, and I know, and a lot of them are bald. And I understand if you're bald, maybe you don't want to show your head or whatever. But like the baseball hat as like being a sort of like an extension of hair and just wearing it all the time is, to me, is just, and I know like I have the only thing I really have in my life is I have a full head of hair, and pretty good teeth, and that's about it. And so
I'm pretty much in the same category.
Yeah. And
hair and teeth.
I have a really big head, so that's why I never wore baseball hats when I was a kid. Even now, I'm not comfortable wearing any kind of a hat.
Do you really? Is your head?
Oh yeah, it's a 10.
Really big?
I think
you're like an 8.5 or something.
No, I think I'm a 10.
Holy shit.
My head is so big that I can't wear those hats that have the little snaps in the back. It pops off. Like
you're at the notch of the snapback.
Yeah, I can park anywhere with this
head. I don't
head.
remember, now that we're talking about this, I don't remember the last time I wore a ball cap.
And don't get me started.
Baseball cap.
Like if you're wearing it backwards, come on, man. Give me a fucking. Yeah. And you see, like I live in a very lily white part of New York City, and you see a lot of like finance bros, like you know,
hot shots on the weekend.
Yeah, on the week with their backwards baseball hats. I'm like, guys, come on, man. You're 36 years old. Like, it's fine. Like, just don't. Right. And in restaurants, 100%. Although, you know, one of my last restaurant jobs, I worked in a sort of a high-end steakhouse, and the rule was no baseball hats in the dining room.
Right.
But then I was the guy that had to enforce it. But I'm also looking to get a gratuity off this table. So I got to walk up and be like, hey, everybody, welcome. And by the way,
put your wallet away.
Yeah.
You won't be needing that.
Yeah. Hey, Huckleberry, take your fucking hat off.
Yeah.
You know, so that was always a weird thing to me. And I always went, like, I'd always ask the manager to come over and do that.
Yeah, that's a conflict.
Yeah, you can't.
It's a conflict of interest in like the other way.
And then I go over and the customer is like, I had to take my hat off. I'm like, that fucking guy. That's not even a rule here. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
That guy
definitely do play double agent.
Sorry.
That would be great.
Sorry. He has twin daughters and they both have leukemia.
Well, did you ever work the angle of like, I'm sure you did, but like, I'm so sorry. But
yes,
it's the rule. Like, I hate having to do this.
Yes, but there's no really easy way. Yes, that's the only way you can do it. You almost have to like,
but that doesn't really. Yeah,
You almost have to like fall on your belly and be like, Salim, I'm so sorry. You must not. I'm so sorry. They beat me. If you wear a hat,
right,
sir, most kind sir, please, sir.
So like,
yeah,
calm down, buddy.
Yeah. So the baseball, and then I have a friend of mine who is wait for it, homosexual. And he said that a lot of gay guys, gay guys like to dress like they're straight. You know what I mean? Like but they get it a little wrong, okay. And so he said like a lot of gay guys, you'll see them in like baseball hats, but they'll be oddly coordinated. Like the color of the baseball hat will pick up the piping on their like
laces or something.
Exactly. It's a little too put together.
Mm-hmm.
And but he said this one friend of mine said that he was I swear to God this is true. He said he was taking a shower with a guy and they were both completely naked and they were like jerking each other off or doing whatever. And he said the guy had his baseball hat on the entire time.
In the shower.
Yeah.
So he couldn't have been the one under the stream.
Oh no, I think he was. It was like
what?
Yeah. He was like they were like rolling around. I'm standing up, but they were like rolling around and he said it was just really odd. But apparently when the guy took his hat off, he was bald. But he wanted to. That's what I'm saying. People wear the hat like it's hair.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
In the shower.
Yeah, like my friend Carl was friends with this guy, and I went to my friend's birthday party. And it's a long time ago. And I met the guy at the party and he was like a nice guy. And I didn't really know him very well, but he had his hat on the entire time we were at the restaurant and it was like a nice steakhouse. And then he took it off at one point and he was probably 37. And he was like, I had a ring of hair. Like he was really like, he was bald. And again, but again, I don't think when you're bald and you're wearing a baseball hat, you're not fooling anybody. People are just going, oh, look, you're wearing a baseball hat. And also, and I'm sorry, I know we have some listeners, some international listeners, but when I see people from other countries, like the United Kingdom and they're wearing baseball hats, I'm always like, oh, come on, that's an American thing. Don't wear it.
Right.
Don't do it. Don't fall into that. Wear one of your tri-corner hats or some sort of
like an early
like a
settler.
Or like a whatever they wear up in like York, England or something, some sort of a sideways chapeau or some sort of beefeater hat or something. One of those big long fur hats. Hello. No,
but I do think that you're onto something. I think a lot of it has to do with just baldness.
It does.
Which I don't understand. This actually ties into one of my things
Jews.
that I not only don't like, but I think is just like insane. But I saw a guy just as I was walking over here, which is like have you seen? This is mostly black dudes.
Okay.
Where they do like the paint, like where they like it's typically like at the hairline, but to sort of make the hairline nice and crisp. But it's essentially this might be a thing because you have had vision issues since this came. This
new technology.
Rolled out really just in the last.
Okay.
I've only noticed it in the last 5 years.
Okay.
But it's literally like if you had a receding hairline, it doesn't work with our texture of hair unless you are have really dark hair and it's very dense. But essentially, they just put like a stencil and then like fucking spray like a line, like you're a little Lego man, or whatever.
All right.
But I saw a dude today, just now, that had his whole fucking beard, and it just looked like it was painted on. It looks ridiculous.
Let me ask you a question. Did this guy look like he was gay or straight? Is this like a macho thing, or is it?
This guy looked like he could be either. He was like kind of right, yeah. But I see it in the straights. I see it in the gays. It's big in like the barber shops.
Okay.
But like barbers can do it to where it maybe looks a little more believable.
And the idea is to color the beard or to fill in the beard.
It's all about filling in.
Okay.
But guys will do it with like
if they're going
where their hairline is a little patchy or whatever. I think it happens more with like black people's hair texture.
Okay.
Because ours, it's like you either have a bald spot or you don't.
Right.
Whereas like theirs, it's a little more muddled, right? So they just fill it in. But there was like a dude on Love After Lockup that has like full. I mean, he's got a head of hair, but he has like he definitely like draws in, much like a Latin lady would draw in her eyebrows. It's the fucking hairline.
What do you do if you sweat and stuff? Is it like
I think
makeup?
It's sweat. I think it's sweat proof. I'm gonna find a photo of it, and
please,
and then you can get real close.
All right, because
it's unbelievable.
Because what I have seen, and I believe the former child actor Joey Lawrence has done this.
Okay,
but you can have the top of your head tattooed.
I've seen that.
Yes, where it looks like it's just like a crew cut, kind of, or at least a real.
That's a big thing too. But that's also like, it's only good if you're at least 5 feet away. But like you get up close, you're gonna be able to tell, and it's like, wow, interesting that your head has no texture. I'm rubbing your bald head
while you're blowing
me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, I like to feel the
Joey
stubble
Lawrence
on a guy's head when when I'm getting satisfaction orally. It's funny because in my Instagram reel feed, whatever, I get these videos of guys that get fitted for toupees like all the time now because I must talk about it a lot in my sleep or something. And it's funny because they sit down in the chair, they shave the top of their head all the way down, and then they put a shitload of glue in their head, and they put this thing on, and the toupee is never like, it's not cut. They cut it when they put it on the person's head, and the thing is long,
right?
And then they cut it and style it. And at the very end, I look at them and I go, first thing I think is, that's a really nice looking toupee. It doesn't look like their hair. It just looks like a nice toupee. You're like, oh, look at that. You're wearing a very good, well manufactured hair piece,
right? But you feel like that. But I do feel like there's a certain amount where we never detect it.
Yeah, you gotta. I really,
because those are the good ones because we don't know. Okay, so this is a picture. This is perfect because this is before and after.
Okay,
let me real see. Close. That's the guy without the hair paint, and then that's without. That's with.
Oh my god!
Right?
It looks like shoe polish.
It's absurd. It looks like I Sharpied in a hairdo.
Wow. I wonder what
that's real, but I saw a guy with a beard like that just now.
Jesus Christ, it's
fucking crazy.
Yeah, right? It looks like black shoe polish. Wow. Yeah,
but they put it's like a nice sharp line, so it's just like
it's very.
What are we doing?
Well, that is where you want people to. That doesn't look real. Like that.
That's a ridiculous one,
right?
But people try to pass it off. Like there's certain people that I think maybe now it's getting to the point where it's like become a thing, so it's people are not trying to convince anyone.
Like you want to show people that you can afford to have your head painted or something. Yeah, I know.
I can afford masking tape.
And also, how does that even how is that sweat proof? It seems like it's very.
I think they make it sweat proof.
Wow, I wonder if that product is even called. God, I wonder if you and I could just go into a black barber shop and be like, all right, I know this is weird. Shave my head down. And give me the. Do you have that in brown, like a nice chestnut? And I went, give me the black guy hair paint.
But the barbershops, they have like all the like stencils that go along your, and they hold it up but like they know how to kind of like mist it, I think, a little bit.
Yeah, sure.
To make it maybe more believable. But I mean, good Lord.
That's wild. Man, I tell you, it's a weird thing out there in the world with people. But
I mean, men, I would just be like, figure out a way. It's going to sound like crazy, but like figure out a way to just be okay with like unless you can afford
even that
but like to get the transplant or whatever. I would be like, try to figure out a way to like be okay with just the like Jason Statham.
Yeah, just buzz it down. There's not a person on the planet Earth that wouldn't want to fuck Jason Statham. You know what I mean? And
exactly.
Granted, and he has a fabulous body.
So I guess maybe become an action star.
Hello.
But I mean, goodness gracious. I mean, like hearing about who's the guy, the like gay comedian, Mateo Lane talking about
floating in the water and everything,
like pre-hair plugs. He would have to sort of like tailor his entire day around, like he couldn't get in the pool, or he could get in the pool, but he couldn't put his head under, and only in certain humidity.
Yeah, I it's a lot of work. I don't know. Just I mean, I have a guy that I've known for 40 years almost, and you know, he's lost more and more hair over the years, and trust me, he's not a good looking guy, but he just buzzes his hair down, and he doesn't give a fuck, and he does fine, like whatever. Nobody even gives a shit. But I also think, like, when you see those white guys that have like they shave their head and then they have like the beard with no hair on the beard kind of starts and there's no hair on top of it. Like that's a weird look too. I don't
the bald with the beard.
Yeah,
basically. Yeah,
I don't know.
Kind of works. I feel like you got to have a little. I don't know, especially when you're like a white guy.
Yeah,
I feel like you got to have a little stubble, or it gets into like supremacist territory.
Yeah, or like look,
or even like a dude like Jim Norton. Like he has hair, but I think he just has weird cowlicks, so he buzzes it.
Yeah.
But because he has a full head of hair and buzzes it, like the first thing when you see him, you're like, "How do you feel about Jews?" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, how do you feel about the blacks?
Yeah. Did a Jew steal your chin? So anyway, yeah. So that's that's another one there. Another one that gets me are the guy. And again, I know that a lot of these are very New York centric, but when white people bring their dogs on the subway, I know I've mentioned that before, but you don't ever see any other ethnic group doing it. It's always like a white girl with like a shelter dog. And you see that a lot in Brooklyn from like a hipster neighborhood or something, but because the dog does not want to be on the train.
No.
And nobody else wants to see the dog on the train. And if when I was not as used to my vision thing as I am now, when I would bring the orange and white cane with me, sometimes I would get on the car and I would see somebody with a dog and I pop the cane open and I would just start saying to nobody in particular, I would go, "I smell a dog. Is there a dog on this train? I smell one. Oh, is there another visually impaired person? No, or you don't just have your dog on the train. That's illegal."
Wow.
You don't. Oh yeah, I would do that. I did
the
that.
Most elaborate passive aggressive approach.
Yep. And people would I would just get closer and closer to the person without actually like.
Heavens, you don't have a dog. Someone could be attacked.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I thought maybe you're not visually impaired. Oh, you just have the dog on because you can't afford an Uber for your dog to take it to the vet. Perhaps you shouldn't own a dog if you can't afford to take it on to some sort of pet transport. This is illegal what you're doing. Oh, that's a support dog. Do you have anxiety? You fucking bag of dirt.
Yeah, I would say dog shit, but that's disrespectful to the dog. It's not the dog's fault.
No, and the dog can't the dog's sliding around on the linoleum. Like the dog doesn't want to be there.
There was a moment, I don't know if this changed or what the deal was, but where you had to, like, the rules with the MTA was you had to have your dog in some kind of bag.
Yeah.
So if it wasn't,
yes.
And then there was people that were like fashioning up. So they'd have like a German Shepherd
in the bag.
And but they would have leg holes in an IKEA bag.
Oh my God.
And they would walk the dog. It was like people were having fun with it.
Oh,
that was like so crazy. I almost enjoyed it because it would be a dog
in a big,
that was like the the dog was wearing the bag more than the dog was in the bag. It was crazy.
Yeah.
There's crazy photos of that though. If you ever want to,
okay.
You're not talking about that. You didn't see any of that.
No, what I'm talking about is like, I know the rule is like, let's say you have like because trust me, I have seen people put dogs. Okay, for example, our old dog Indira was a little beagle.
Yeah.
And my wife took Indira on the bus a couple of times. But what she would do is she would take Indira and stick her in a beach tote bag. And she would put like a towel on the bottom and just drop the dog in there. And then you take it on the train or the bus or whatever. That's fine. That's what you're allowed to do. Right. You're not allowed just to walk the dog on the fucking train.
So I think maybe they changed it because for a while that was sort of the line in the sand, which was if you have a dog, it's got to fit in the bag and you can bring it on then. So then that was when people sort of found the loophole of like making a bag into sort of a leash. Yeah. But now I think you can just bring the dog on.
It's still illegal.
It's still illegal. Oh, okay,
yes.
so
it's
so
very
people
much
are just not.
And I'm telling you right now,
abiding.
It's only white people. I've never seen anybody else. It's always like a white girl or a white couple or maybe some like white guy, I guess. But they're like hipstery under the age of like 40, and they just get on with their fucking stupid dog. And listen, I have 2 dogs. I love dogs.
Yeah, it's not that you don't love dogs.
I just know that the dog's uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's an entitlement.
I have seen people get on and they have those baby carriers and they put like a French bulldog in there, and that's hilarious.
Yeah, that's adorable. Or like a stroller. You see a dog in a stroller.
Yeah,
cute.
There used to be
troubling.
Yeah, there used to be a woman in Central Park that I would see, and she had one of those old school like English prams, like the big with the big white wheels.
Yes.
And she had a pug, and she would push the pug around in Central Park, and like in this big old school like Victorian baby pram carriage thing. So that's something. But yeah, it's like and then another thing that happens on the train is when people just will listen to whatever their media is.
Oh Lord.
And without any headphones. And they just enjoy their content, completely oblivious to anybody else.
Isn't that just like amazing?
It's amazing to me.
It's amazing.
I cannot imagine that sense of entitlement. I can't.
I think, okay, I got a good one for you.
Go ahead.
You're going to love this because, all right, so I had a neighbor, a guy that lived down the hall, and he would put his like phone speaker on. He'd be listening to music. He'd be listening to talk or whatever. And he would my old apartment was the door was right outside. My front door was right outside the elevator. And this guy would just walk down the hall with this shit blaring at like 6:15 in the morning. And then he would stand right outside my door.
Why?
Waiting for the elevator, just listening to open air music or whatever, fucking blaring.
Yeah.
And I would have to like, it happened a few times where I would wake up and just be like, what is even like, I was so disoriented that.
And you're not a good sleeper anyway.
Not a good sleeper anyways. And Brian knows that.
I do.
But it's not because we like sleep together or anything weird.
No, a lot of times.
You just know because I've mentioned it.
I'll wake up and you're just watching me sleep.
Yeah,
weird.
Yeah. Right. It's more incriminating that I mentioned it.
Yeah.
So, but it took like a few times to even figure out what was happening to where I would have to get up, go to because I lived in a studio. It's a large studio, but it was like a studio. So there wasn't even like a bedroom to, like there wasn't a wall as a buffer.
Break away.
Yes, because I probably would have never even noticed otherwise. But because I lived in a big open area, so it took a while before I was like, what is even happening? And then one day I was like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? He's like, what? Like the guy was just completely oblivious, like just fucking
they had
no clue that listening to a loud, it was almost like he had a Bluetooth speaker. It was that.
I've seen that too, by the way. I've seen that too.
Well, those people are like, they're trying to like make it a party. Like they want everybody to join. But yeah, occasionally you'll just see like it's always like an older Guatemalan man or something.
Yeah.
And he'll just be like, he's hard of hearing.
Yep.
He'll be sitting there and he'll be watching like a YouTube video.
Yep.
It's just as loud as as can be.
Or somebody will be playing like Candy Crush or something
Right.
on their fucking phone.
Weep.
Yeah, and it's like blaring, and I'm like, number one, like just
what?
Just yeah, that really does blow my mind, and that you see that a lot, but also like it's the kind of thing where if you say anything to them, then all of a sudden it's going to be a big fucking thing. You just have to.
And a lot of times there's a racial component.
Oh
to
yes,
it.
I didn't.
So you don't want to be the guy that's like,
let me just put it to you this way:
goddamn kids.
I've never seen anybody with a dog on the train also watching a YouTube video.
You could figure, you could put two and two together.
Dot your own I's and cross your own T's with that one, everybody.
Right.
But and also that one in regards to the ethnicity.
Or dot your own foreheads that's
that's like
prefer.
Could be Spanish, it could
that
be
kind
black,
of racism.
could be, I don't know.
Right.
And there's a in the building where I'm currently living, there's a lobby and it has 2 chairs in the lobby, and there's a doorman only from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. And I take the dogs down to go to the bathroom at like around 10:30, right? And every time I go down there, there's a guy. This building has a lot of, look, it's not a cheap building by any stretch, but there's a lot of like sort of transient people that are living in here.
It's temporary.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think there are people that have like legitimate leases here, but there's a lot of people like me that have insurance things or relocation for work or whatever.
Right.
So every time I go down there, there's a
Witness
guy.
protection.
Yes, exactly. There's always a guy wearing like a Groucho Marx mask down there. But every time I go down there, there's a guy and he's sitting on one of the 2 chairs.
Yeah.
And I don't know, he's clearly like a professional, a tech guy or whatever it is or something. And he's wearing like a sari or something, or some sort of very voluminous like linen bottom thing. And he's either from Bangladesh or Pakistan or India or something like that. And he's having a full on WhatsApp loud conversation with somebody who is probably in the country he's from.
Yeah.
And it is at full bore volume. So you go down there in the lobby of this building and he's sitting there in like these weird flip-flops and this shirt thing. And he's just going like, I'm like, I just sound like I'm
but
like
we can
and like the poor doorman is there, and he's just like this Dominican guy, and you've got to listen to this fucking guy. But I never say anything, but I wasn't be like, dude, the lobby is not an extension of your living room. Okay, this is not like.
And the funny thing is, the reason why he's probably there is because he doesn't want to disturb the person he lives with.
Yes. Exactly.
But he's totally okay with like disturbing I guess nobody's sleeping in the lobby. Yeah, but it's insane.
Yeah. I mean,
it's completely insane.
And by the way, if you're out on the street and you're doing that, like, okay, I guess, because you're moving and you're not going to bother one person. You're going to kind of just continue to go to, you know what I mean? But like somebody like that who just sits there in the lobby and just like every time I come down, I'm like, if I was this Dominican guy, I would just be wishing cancer on this guy every night.
Maybe he is.
I'm working. And by the way, and again, this is a little borderline what I'm going to say, but whatever language the guy is speaking is just not delightful to hear. It's just, I'm always like, is he just making this up? Is he just down here just pretending, just freestyling? Like there's a lot of erps and derps and I don't know what. And so, and I also feel like, look, the guy is, listen, like I said, if he's living in this building, he's probably doing okay or whatever. But I think what a lot of those guys too, a lot of people from places where, like I've seen this with friends of mine that are from other countries, and they service people like a doorman. They don't even look at that person like they're a real person.
Oh, because of class.
It's a class thing.
And especially in those types of countries, the class system is they're just alive and well.
They would never in a million years think to themselves, oh, I should probably not have this one-sided conversation in Pashto sitting in a chair in this shared space. They would just it just wouldn't occur to them to do. If I said to them, the doorman's right here, the guy would be like, what are you talking like? I know,
but he's not a person.
I see him.
Not, I wonder actually how much of that is a class thing too,
dude. When I lived in Miami, I bartended at a Brazilian steakhouse, and in these Brazilian people I would be behind the bar, and they would literally snap their fingers and whistle for me, and be like, hey, and go like, and like reach over and snap at me. Like not even like on their side of the bar. They'd reach through over the well and like snap and they would go, they like scotch and they would go, Iscocci. Scotchy. He's Scotchy. And so, and again, like I think in Brazil, you know, you don't have like if you're bartending in Brazil, then you're I don't know, you're probably from some indigenous peoples. You know, you're trying to make it happen.
Yeah.
You know, and whatever. But
you're just kind of happy to.
Yeah, you're like
not be standing in water.
Yeah, not all these fucking you're not actively having malaria.
Right.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's
yikes.
Yeah, I know. And then one more thing, and I guess we could probably
what else you got?
The Patagonia vest.
Ooh.
Yes.
Oh, the Patagonia. Are you talking about the Midtown? The Midtown?
The Midtown uniform.
The fleece.
Yeah. You see these guys in Midtown and it's like, because now you still see a lot of suits, you know what I mean? And like I mentioned, suits and backpacks, but you see a lot of guys wearing like Dockers or some sort of casual pant with a shirt and then some sort of a fleece Patagonia vest, which is halfway zipped up with a lanyard around their neck.
Paired with a lanyard.
And if you're going 5 Diamond, you're going to see that same vest is going to have the name of some sort of like event that they went to, like, mid Rockies conference marketing 2023 or something, and it'll have like a little, like a outline of like a mountain or something underneath it. Like, oh yeah, I went to that. That was my swag bag. They gave me a large and I had to call the company to get a medium. It took me like 2 months, but I got a medium.
Right.
That's right. I got a medium. Stayed at the
Just
Embassy.
in time for the conference.
Yep. Stayed at Embassy Suites. And that's where I stayed. So, and speaking of traveling, I sort of mentioned this to you, but
big news.
This is big news for a lot of different reasons. This is big news. So, on September 26th, 27th, that weekend, I am going to Austin, Texas. I reached out to my friend Kurt Metzger, and I said to Kurt, hey, I'm thinking about coming down that weekend. And Kurt said, hey, great. Can you do my podcast? So I guess Kurt does a podcast with somebody on that Friday.
Maybe that's not he does one with Kyle Dunnigan. Maybe it's
no, it's not that one. It's another one. I looked it up. It's called like Dirt with Kurt.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I think it's something like that.
That's fun.
It is fun. And
he's a funny guy.
Because last time he did one, I did one with him called Race Wars with me and
Sherrod Small, right?
And Artie Lang was there.
Oh, yeah, he was a guest.
He was a guest. The two of us were guests. Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then it was good. He sold me a PlayStation 2, which was nice. He wanted $100. I gave him $15.
Yeah,
it was fine.
The serial number was scratched off.
Yeah,
I don't think it was his.
Happy to get it.
It was still a kid playing it.
Yeah. He had a disc of Joust stuck in it. Midway Arcade Hits, 1983. So anyway,
oh, that's fun.
Yeah, so it looks like, well, here's kind of the funny thing about the thing with Kurt. So we're texting back and forth. And then I send Kurt a picture of myself dressed as a stormtrooper. And he goes, oh, my God, you have to bring that to Austin.
Oh, my God.
And
isn't that heavy?
It's just cumbersome. Yes, it is. Put it this way.
You're probably going to do it.
I'm not going to do it.
Okay,
I can't.
Thank you. I was going to try to talk to you.
I know. I can't do it. It's like I have the whole thing stored in like a wheeling. It looks like it doesn't look like it is. It's a cooler. It's like a big, like a cooler has wheels on it.
Like a trunk almost. You would have to bring.
I would have to check this fucking thing. Like it's not, I wouldn't be able to bring this on the plane. Right. Yeah. So Kurt was like, oh my gosh, you're going to be so funny. And I was like, yeah, look, I can't bring this fucking thing.
That's a commitment.
I think he understands that. So I'm going to go out there, and Joe is headlining at the Comedy Mothership that weekend. Listen, I'm not expecting an automatic invitation to the green room. Okay,
but it's his green room.
Even
then, right?
even then, I don't want to put no pressure on anybody. I can just wait in the alley.
Sure.
Andy Dick will be sucking somebody off next to the dumpster.
Maybe you wait by the coat check.
I'll wait until Kurt is done with his real or Joe is done with his real friends.
Meet by the Mitzi Shore Memorial coat check.
The eternal flame of the Mitzi Shore. Yeah, exactly. I'll be at the Paula Poundstone Cold Stone Creamery.
Paula
Poundstone Cold Stone Creamery.
It's pretty good.
Yeah,
good.
All the people that work there have giant shoulder pads. and they beat their foster children.
Yes. I always love when people attempt to make something that's a play on something, but makes it makes it more awkward than it would be if you just called it like, Paula Poundstone ice cream. But Paula Poundstone Cold Stone ice cream.
Yeah. Paula Poundstone Cold Stone Creamery, because you want the alliteration.
Yeah.
PPCC.
Yes. But it's like Ruth's Chris Steakhouse, like the kind of awkward, but like Paula Poundstone's Cold Stone Creamery. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, that would be great.
I would go there.
Yeah, I absolutely. So, and I haven't booked the ticket yet or anything, but I got it cleared at home. So it's going to be Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
This is late August?
No. This is like in 2 months, like a little less, like September 26th or 27th or something. So if anybody wants to meet me in Austin, I'm probably going to have a lot of free time because no one's going to want to hang out with me.
Right. I'm going to be in a different part of Texas earlier that month.
Where?
So maybe I'll just stay the whole
the whole month.
I'm going to be in Dallas.
Why?
It's a girlfriend school thing. But I was like, I'll go with you. But only if we go by way of New Orleans, and we'll spend like 3 days there.
But Dallas is nowhere near New Orleans.
Well, it's not. No, it's not. Well, no, you're taking three. It's triangulation.
Oh, you're going to fly. Oh my God. I thought you meant like, I don't fucking know. I thought
you're going to walk.
I thought you meant, no, but I thought you meant you're going to fly into New Orleans and then rent a car and drive to Dallas.
No.
Like,
no, you
that's
go
like a 19-hour drive.
No, I do this whenever I have to travel somewhere I don't want to go.
Okay.
I'll be like, because I'm like, let's go. We'll fly in like whatever, September 1st or whatever, fly in to go to New Orleans, spend like 3-4 days, maybe 3 days there, have like a nice, fun little, French Quarter.
Sure.
Go
to Commodore's Palace, get some étouffée.
Yeah, get some beads. Show my sack.
Don't burn the root, child.
And
stir the root.
Yeah,
with
you don't
want
to burn the root. You don't want to burn
the bear, the butter.
And then we'll go, because it's like the thing is in like Arlington. Like is
that a suburb of Dallas?
That's a suburb of Dallas. It's like, I do not want to go. I mean, I do enjoy, especially if it's like a hot place, like temperature hot, and there's always a nice pool.
It'll be warm there.
Yeah,
that time of year.
But
all right,
I don't remember why. Because you said you're gonna be in Austin, but Austin's the only place I've been in.
I've never been
in Texas.
I saw that the comedy mothership, and also Kurt said he's also doing other stuff there. So I'm just gonna whatever. I'll hang
other
out.
stuff in Austin,
because he lives in Austin. So it's gonna be like, I'll go down there Thursday. We'll have dinner at some nice steakhouse Thursday night. Friday, I'll do whatever the fuck, I guess. Mm-hmm. And then I guess the podcast goes, because I asked Kurt, I was like, is there a time or a date for your podcast that I should be there? And because it feels more like a work trip. It's so pathetic, but yeah. And, but he said, no, because I can do it whenever. I said, okay, so I'm going to be there. I said, so let's plan on doing it that Friday. I mean, again, we're like 7 weeks out, so it's plenty of time, but, and then I guess Friday night, Joe's doing the show at the comedy mothership, which I don't know. I guess I'll go I'm just fucking around, but I guess I'm sure I'll be invited. I guess. I mean, who knows? At this point,
no, you specifically were invited. That I remember you telling me the story. You said, "Don't come. It's Ari Shaffir Fest."
Yes,
right.
Mm-hmm.
Ari Shaffir's Freak Off,
and
then where everybody's gonna shave half of their face and beard.
Get
all oiled up.
Get big.
Wear white linen
noses.
Yes, have big noses.
Yeah, Ari Shaffir.
And then
he's an ugly motherfucker.
And then, but he said, come for this one because this is where he's got the.
Yep.
It's the Joe DeRosa. There'll probably be like sandwiches maybe or something.
Joey Rose's pop up. There was one at the last. They did like a South by Southwest kind of thing in Austin, and there was a Joey Rose's pop up there. Look, I expect nothing. I'm just going to go down there. I got the time. I got the pass from my wife. And
you did.
I'm actually missing my daughter's 16th birthday to go down there. So, well, maybe I'll just I'll hang out with some other teenage girls from down there.
I think you probably should
just crash a party
for
just go to like a cheesecake factory and be like, anybody here celebrating a 16th birthday? Anybody?
Probably go to the mall. That's where you'd find 16-year-old girls, right?
Yeah, my ankle bracelet will go off though. It's a whole thing.
True.
I'm so tired of it.
True.
Yeah. Sorry, hot topic. Woo, yeah. If you don't want me to jerk off in there, don't make the clothes so sexy. Anyway, I digress. But
Mhm.
yeah. So
Yeah,
anyway,
get
so
turned on at Plaid.
yeah, I'm gonna go down. I'll stay somewhere close to the mothership. Some sort of a. There's lots of hotels.
Is that like right in the
It's right on
mothership? Is
6th
like
Street.
right down. Oh God!
It's right in the middle of.
The only time I went there was for a bachelor party,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it was the most fucking Austin 6th Street. Ugh,
Yeah, I don't like any of that shit.
it was bad. I mean, it was fine. It was a fun thing, but geez,
Yeah.
Louise,
I'll
like
go to
that is not my crowd.
No, I will want to visit a gentleman's club just to. I don't want to be rude.
Sure, yeah.
Just to see what's going on down there.
Pretty like I went to a couple down there. Pretty like standard, just like very regular,
Right.
meat and potatoes.
I think Joe had
gentlemen's clubs.
Without betraying any confidences, I think Joe had mentioned that he met a guy that owns a black and Spanish place down there.
Ah, fun.
So yeah, that could be a little more.
That sounds more interesting because the one that I went to was just like so
like cookie
regular.
cutter.
It was so regular that we just ended up. The groom's little brother was there, and we just ended up like buying him
a couple of dances,
a lot of like lap dances, and just like basically like sort of embarrassing him.
Yeah. The
with
gold,
like titties.
Yeah. Welcome to the gold room.
Yeah.
Although I will say that I went to that one in Dallas a year and a half ago, and that's the one that had the hot tub room, which I thought was amazing.
Right.
To me, which I never went in the hot tub.
That was in Dallas?
I was in Dallas.
Oh, maybe I'll try to go there.
It's called the Gold Room. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of the main things that we're gonna try to do is go to a strip club in New Orleans.
Oh yeah, that's
like a real like make it rain kind of.
They're certainly
like
down there.
We're gonna find the blackest strip club.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I remember a couple of years ago. I think the last text message interaction I had with Mark Normand was, I had a friend who was going to New Orleans, and I text Mark. And I said, "What's the raunchiest strip club in New Orleans?" And he sent me back the name of it immediately. And it was really funny because the name was like, it was like the Tiger Lily Cafe or something. It was like a totally weird New Orleans sounding. You know, it wasn't like, normally it's like the Gold Room or the, Diamond Legs Diamond or whatever. This was like the Tiger Lily, or like, the Sweet Hippo, rendezvous room or something. So I
and lounge.
Yeah, I don't know. That's probably buried in my text message somewhere. But yeah, you could definitely. Yeah, you can definitely get in some weird shit.
I'm gonna do, but this is like one of those trips that I'm gonna do like a lot of research.
Yeah,
because you got to do. You can get caught in too much touristy bullshit if you don't do any research for these types of places.
Yes. Commodore's Palace is. I've actually never been to New Orleans. I'd like to go.
It's the last American city that I really want to go to that I haven't been to.
Okay.
I mean, like I'd like to go to Houston, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess so.
But like, other than that, like, there's no domestic city that I'm like dying to go to. Other than that, I hear it's great.
Yes, and it's suitably.
Branson, maybe.
Well, yeah, if you want to go see Yakov Smirnov's Russian.
I'd like to go to Branson.
Yeah. Or what's the one with the Brady Brunch?
Brady Brunch, I would like to go to. I would go, ironically. I'd go ironic Branson.
Yeah, I don't know. That's in the
like so
Smoky Mountain. Smoky Mountain. No, that's Tennessee. It's in the Ozarks.
This is Missouri.
Ozarks. Yeah.
Yeah, probably the last place I'd ever want to go.
When I drove across country, I stopped in Springfield, Missouri with we had that's like one of the towns that you stop in because you have to drive from Amarillo, Texas to Springfield, Missouri. It is a long fucking drive. It is like a 13-hour drive. You can stop in the middle somewhere else, but you could stop like in Oklahoma, but we just went right through. And I remember we got to Springfield and we went to this bar called the Nighty Time Bar, but it was called like KNIGHTY TYME. I had a t-shirt for that place for years. And the t-shirt was like irregular, like the one sleeve didn't fit right. It like the collar was fucked up.
Sure.
And it had like a knight on the front of it, like in a visor and everything. And he was holding a mug of beer. And I remember we got into the parking lot and there was this guy who roared into the parking lot, and the guy had a motorcycle that was covered with Christmas lights. And he was a little tiny guy and he had this long beard. And I told him, I said, "You look like Gimli the dwarf from Lord of the Rings." And he was kind of like, "What?" And then I said, "Could I take a picture of you on your bike?" And he said, sure. So I took a picture of him. He goes, now you got to buy me a beer. And I said, yeah, sure. So we went in the place.
Okay, cowboy. This sounds like the beginning of a beautiful relationship.
Yeah. So I said, I go, what would you like? And he goes, let me get a Bush. I was like, are they sell Bush here?
Bush.
So
I haven't heard that.
I know. So I said to the bartender, I said, yeah, can I get a Bush? And the girl gives it to me. I remember she went $1.15. And I thought she meant one Bush was $15. So I was like, that's kind of expensive. But I didn't No, she meant it was $1.15.
Which is such a weird, at least go up to 50 or $2 or go down to $1.
Or don't charge anything at that point. It's free. Right. I mean, how are you making any money with it?
Some sort of city subsidy.
But like, can you even think of a bar? Like there are bars in New York that have like Pabst Blue Ribbon, but that's like, you drink that ironically. Yeah, but this place was like, this is like, they had Bush if you can't afford Miller. If you're like, if you're not one of these Hollywood, Hollywood millionaire drinks Budweiser. When we drove there, I remember we stayed there for one night and we went to, those places that, they have like hunting and fishing shit. They're called like the Pro Bass store.
Yeah. Bass Pro Shop.
Yeah. Yeah. Or this one was I think called a Calabra. And it was the same kind of thing. Cabela's. Thank you. Yes. Cabela's. So this place, you go there and it's like 300,000 square feet.
Yeah.
And they had a trout fishing river in the middle of the store. So you could try the lures out so we got there and I Googled like the nicest restaurant in Springfield. They had a place called Hemingway's, which was the restaurant in this place. And we got there and they closed. I think they closed at like 8:00 and we got there at like 7:50 and there was nobody else. They were closing down. Like we were going through and they were like closing that, telling people to get out of the tents and stuff, like places.
Yeah.
So we go up to the restaurant and I remember the bartender was there and I said, we had just driven for like 13 hours. And I said, I would love a martini. And she didn't know how to make it. So I got behind the bar and I made it. And then we ordered I don't know. We ordered something.
Not a lot of ingredients, right?
She was blown away.
Vodka.
She was like, I always wonder what those little glasses with the triangle look. I always wonder what we use those for.
Probably not a lot of requests for martinis.
No. Yeah, I know exactly.
At Cabela's in Missouri.
It was called Hemingway's, the restaurant. And anyway, So then we left there. We went to that nighty time place, and then we went to a titty bar in Springfield, and it was so gross that we didn't, because you could smoke in them back then, So we walked in, it was so smoky. I was like, let's just get out of here. So we just turned around.
Yeah.
And that was it. Went back, we blew each other, and that was that.
Yeah. I mean, that's what you do when you're on the road.
Yeah. It's not
gay.
What
I mean?
Nah, that's gay. We're just
go back in the sleeper cab.
I tell you, I drove all the way through Oklahoma. It's all red clay. That whole fucking state is just red clay. You just drive through it, and it's just, you're literally just driving through it.
Cliffs.
It's just, no, it's flat as shit. Oh. It's just dust. It's just clay.
Oh,
dust.
I thought you were talking, I'm picturing like limestone.
No,
those red cliffs.
That was in like Arizona. That was when we were driving cross country, and my friend turned to me and he goes, we're only 40 miles from the Grand Canyon. I said, isn't that interesting? We just kept going. I'm not going there.
Driving 40 miles to see a big hole.
If I want to see a big hole, I'll go visit my ex-wife.
Get her.
Yeah.
Take that.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Well, listen, let's pop over to the
anybody say hello to, or is really...
one real quick comment from Ovo says there's a girl who works at TD's.
Oh yeah.
Her stripper name is Sassy. She used to work out in New Orleans at one of the clubs there. All right. Well, listen, if you can find out let me know.
OVO,
tell him Sassy sent you.
Yeah. If I was Sassy and I work at TD's, I would go, you can call me S. I work at TD's. STD's. Now we're doing it.
Fuck yeah.
Everybody, do me a favor. Thank you. Like and comment on this bullshit, please.
And subscribe.
Just subscribe. That's all you have to do.
And if you want to become a member, you can click on become a member, and you can watch what we're about to do happen live.
Oh, and
if you'd like.
And before we go, because we are not supported by any advertising, I've decided to do just a little merch store. It's just going to be a couple of fun, stupid t-shirts. They're not going to say Brian McCarthy interview show on them or anything. They're like little funny saying shirts, because I had these on the website, but nobody ever went to the website. So because there's more people on this YouTube thing, it'll just be there. And if you're a member of the Patreon, then there's going to be a secret Patreon code. So you'll be able to get the shirt for like half off. So it's going to cost me money to sell you a shirt.
Yeah,
if you're on Patreon.
We'll be in the red.
I'll be in the
on
red.
These shirts.
Boy, I tell you, if I did this show until I was 190, I would not recoup my. Anyway,
well,
it
you know, depends. Depends on your approach.
I do it. It's for love. It's for
it's a passion
for
project.
love of the game. Everybody, thank you so much. We're going to jump over to the Patreon and the YouTube show, and we will see you next week. Thank you again. Goodbye.